I meet the most interesting people in the world sitting right here in front of Angelina's Pizza. Hi everyone, my name is Kit Carson. I'm the Earl of Pizza, and I sit here all night long and I talk to the rock stars, the heroes, and the gods, right here in beautiful downtown Key West. And tonight, I have a gentleman that has something to tell me, but first, look at the camera and tell everybody your name and where you're from.
Everybody wants to sit with Kit. Yeah.
My name is George Beachy. That's Beach with a Y.
George what?
Beachy. Beach with a Y.
George Beachy.
Yes, sir.
George, what's going on with you, man?
You know, I got a lot to talk about, but first off, I'd like to promote my song, my friend's song called Florida Man, Jockey George.
Florida man, hanging out with Florida girls. We're some of the craziest people in the whole damn world.
Top five songs in Key West right now.
Yeah.
I starred in the music video, and he does a lot of excellent music work.
Right on.
And you know, I get recognition here and there, but that was a good moment of recognition, because he summed up the Key West experience.
He did.
Which I represent.
Nice.
So you know, I sailed in on my own yacht, and you know, you kind of get the keys to Z's, man. Like, start hanging out a little too much.
Yeah, just a little too much?
A little too much,
maybe
man.
Not enough.
Maybe enough for 2 years, but you know.
All right.
So, been hanging out, and I recognize.
Where are you from?
Wyoming, Sheridan, Wyoming, northern Wyoming.
I know where that is.
You know where Sheridan, Wyoming is? Bighorn Mountains? Oh my God.
Hey, have you ever been to Wolf Creek?
Yes, I have. Been to Colors Creek, man. Like, man. I do love the mountains,
so
man.
I'll tell you a little secret. I took my staff to Eaton's Ranch in Sheridan, Wyoming, which is really a Wolf Creek.
Yeah?
Yep, Eaton Ranch. You ever heard of it?
Nope. That's in Sheridan, Wyoming, but okay.
Outside of Sheridan, about 20 miles.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe a little further, maybe about 30 miles. Right on Wolf Creek.
Yeah, okay.
Right when you start to go up into the mountains.
Bighorns, yeah.
Yep, exactly. Right there, the Bighorn. Beautiful, beautiful spot in the world.
Wonderful place, man.
Yep.
And from there, man, I drove semi-trucks. Then I went to all lower 48, and in about 5 years, man, I saw everything.
Yeah.
And I essentially got bored with driving the damn semi-trucks.
Who were you driving for?
I was driving for several companies. Originally, Stevens Transport, Crate Transportation, and then a sketchy Russian company. Did
they pay well?
They paid the best.
Yeah, that's sketchy always does.
Yeah, no, I drove many hours. I drove 1,000 miles a day.
Wow.
Like literally, and they.
Was that over the log record?
Of course.
Yeah.
So what we did was we had you know, you got 11 hours drive time, but I would call this little 800 number, and they reset my computer logs.
There you go.
I would drive another.
Yeah, well, you know, got to do what you got to do. I mean,
yeah, no, it's fun.
The fruit's
coming.
Fruit can't just sit there overnight. It's got to get there.
No, and that's the thing. Like I'm American Hero, man. I make sure that beer got delivered on time.
Damn right.
So, anyways, I rounded up the experience of driving trucks.
Yeah.
So, I accomplished all lower 48, and I was bored.
That's awesome.
So I bought boats, and I bought a sailboat, then I bought like 3 more. But I wanted to go sell and go experience a little bit further of traveling. So I went to the Bahamas, been to Cuba, done it all, man. And
right on.
I'm essentially fed up with sailboats these days. I'm gonna go back to driving the damn trucks.
Yeah, sailboats, they're romantic and they're fun, aren't they?
Picturesque-wise, I mean, it's a lot of work, you know. You get the boat going, you got the autopilot on, you got it tacked the right way, whatever.
Oh man.
And then you can leave it, but no.
It's a lot of work.
A lot of work. I'm tired of it.
The simple life ain't so easy.
Nope.
That's for
it's
certain.
a lot of work. So I ended up in this god-awful place.
So how did you get into Key West? On a sailboat?
I showed up on a sailboat, and I essentially ran out of money here. And
really?
I sat here, and I was able to make a little bit more money.
All right.
And made enough money to go continue the adventure for another year. And now I'm kind of on the backside of that adventure.
What was that adventure, George?
Primarily the Bahamas.
Primarily Bahamas? There's a lot of Bahamas. What was your favorite?
It's a good question. So, I mean, the further you go in the Bahamas, the more difficult it gets.
You like Long Island? Did you do Long Island?
I think I did, actually.
Yeah? The Georgetown in Long Island?
I can't remember.
There's a Georgetown on every island, right?
Yeah.
Start going through the islands, there's a lot of Georgetowns.
But no, as far as Bahamas goes, I like the entry ports. I like the beginning of the Bahamas. Further I got into it, man, that's where people start stealing my shit. And next thing you know, I'm getting outboard motors lifted off me.
Yeah.
And it kept getting more difficult and difficult.
Yeah.
And more things would break on the boat. And more things to fix. Some jerry rigging or gilding it.
Yep.
And eventually I made it back and ended up back here in Key West, and I'm done with boats. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how long do you think you're going to be here? Till the money runs out, or what?
No, 2 more weeks.
2 more weeks?
Yeah.
And then what's your next adventure going to be?
Well, to be honest with you, it's gonna be a mind blower. My girlfriend's super pregnant. She is due on the 22nd. And
and
a week from today.
Today's the 15th.
A week from today. This is my last night to go out.
Oh, really? All right.
So from there, man, we're gonna go up to her parents' house for a bit, and ultimately we're gonna go back to the family land in Wyoming, hopefully.
Right on.
So
That's cool.
Yeah. So I mean, I did a very rounded out trip, man.
And
Got a girl pregnant, did everything, man. Like,
you've done it all, man.
so I'm done with the Keys, man. Keys are great. They have their own problems.
Every place does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's not necessarily
Wildwood's
that
great, but
easy
it's
to
too
look-
damn cold in the winter.
Exactly, that's what she says.
Yeah, that's why you came to Key West.
I've sold my last sailboat. I sold it.
Yeah.
Everything's sold. Like literally, I have a backpack ready to go.
Yeah.
She likes her doctor down here, so we're gonna stay here. And from that, she's gonna give birth. We're gonna stay in the hotel for a week or so around town,
Yeah.
and go to her parents' house. And I just pray that the baby's gonna be healthy. It's a boy. I'm real excited about that.
Yeah.
I hope everything's gonna be very healthy. And
Good.
so I'm rounding out my adventure in the
Good.
Keys. I've been up and down the Keys for about 2 years now. On and off. Occasionally I go to the Bahamas, then I go to Cuba. I've had about 5 years sailboats at this point, man. I'm sick of it, dude. I've done it all. I've seen
hey,
the
you
fear, man.
I admire you for realizing that you can change. Change it up. Why
so
not?
I mean, like I began. I stopped driving semi trucks to go on this adventure,
Yeah.
and so I'm gonna go back to semi trucks ultimately. But
You're gonna drive again?
yeah, I need to go back, drive the road.
It's a beautiful country, isn't
It
it?
is a wonderful country.
Yeah, I mean, you do a lot of interstates, I'm sure, but
All interstates mainly, but you get those moments, and you got the sun, on the horizon, and you're just. No one's on the road, and it's just clear
It's
sailing.
I love it,
Direction I
man.
go.
Hey, listen. By the time I was from 4 to 10, my family traversed the country like 6 times. I'd been to every state in the lower 48 except for Michigan.
You're not missing anything.
Not Michigan a thing.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
I have some friends in Michigan, but yeah.
I finally went to Michigan as an adult to beautiful, is it Brooklyn, where the raceway is, the Gordon Food 500.
Okay.
Well, Mr. Gordon and a race buddy of mine. So
What
I've
kind
now
of
been to
cars do you
Michigan.
race? What kind of cars do you race?
Well, I like all racing. Anything that goes fast, I like it. Notice on the front of my pizza counter, one of my good friends, Kurt Fazekas, he runs in the Porsche GT3 series, and that's what I'm really into these days. I love going with him to the track. I mean, it's just an awesome experience.
So,
and they run set up for Formula and Indy,
Okay.
which is cool. But I love the Porsche. I mean, that's a fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a great circuit, a lot of fun. The guys are all cool. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Racing's great.
Yeah, no, and that's actually like the ultimate, but it's been fun. But I do like cars, actually.
Right, yeah.
I'm a big car buff. In fact, you can pull up your phone and you can Google 1905 Cadillac Model E. That's my baby.
1905 Model E.
Yeah, no, so that's family heirloom, man.
Oh, wow.
You can Google that and first picture shows up with me sitting next to this car. Yeah, no, pull it up.
Let's see. What's it here?
Yeah, no, pull it up. Google 1905 Cadillac Model E. I'm wearing a red shirt. It's not the best picture. It's
1905 Cadillac
Model
E.
No, it's my baby. If you like cars, man.
Right here.
That's actually our car right there at a car show. It's not the picture I was hoping that would show up.
Let's get back to
Here I am. That's me in the red shirt. That's my family heirloom, man. That's what I'm gonna give to my son, who is just about to be born. It's been passed down from generations to generations.
How old were you?
So we gotta understand about that Cadillac. It goes 20 miles an hour, one cylinder, The fastest car Cadillac made in 1905.
And how old were you in that picture?
I'm about 21. Yeah, that's an old picture.
You look like you were 12.
No,
Hey,
I
that's
restored
a-
that car when I was in high school, man.
That's
like,
a
it's
that's a
my
beautiful
baby.
car, man. That's
So,
awesome.
Ultimately, like I like cars a lot more than I like fucking boats. The
I
boats
do
are-
too. I appreciate boats.
difficult, and they're just like problematic. And
Yeah.
out here, we're gonna park it up, but on the anchorage, right?
Mate, yeah, I'm with you. I like boats that go fast. I like sailboats. I like pretty boats. I like big boats. I like small boats. But I don't want one of them. I don't want a one.
Yeah.
My wife has two. That's
Sorry.
3 too many. But
No, it's fun, and it's been a great lifestyle.
Yeah.
The last 2 years, but you know what? I got a kid on the way.
yeah,
And this is enough of living the pirate life.
I'd be happy. I'd be happy in Sheridan, Wyoming, with a kayak on a river somewhere.
Yeah, river or canoe? You want a canoe?
Your canoe
But,
really is what I'd rather have.
So that's ultimately, hopefully I can talk her into dealing with the cold. Because
Hey,
the winter is brutal.
are you going back to Sheridan? Are you
Yeah.
going back to Sheridan?
Yeah.
There's a saddle shop and sundry shop.
At King's Ropes.
Yep.
King's Ropes.
Do you know the people that own it?
My family definitely does. I don't.
When you go back, go in and find the son of the family and tell him you were in Key West and you met the Angelina's Pizza Crew.
I will. I will.
He'll
Like,
know. He'll know.
So when I drove the
He'll
truck, man,
know.
I had a King's Ropes hat. Like that was my truck driver we had.
Yep.
Man. Like,
Wow. It's
yeah,
a small
King's
world. Well, before we went to Wyoming, about 6 years prior, his family had a boat up the Keys.
Yeah.
And he got bored up there and he came to Key West. He brought it down to Key West and parked it at the Galleon and stayed at the Galleon for about 4 months,
Yeah.
5 months. So I saw him every night.
Yeah.
Every night. Had no idea really where he was from, where he lived. We go to Sheridan, Wyoming 5 years later, walk in King's Saddle, and there he is. Yeah. Hilarious, man.
I
It's
know.
great.
I love Sheridan. It's kind of developed a little bit, but
It's
you
still
know,
a
luckily,
sweet
like, the
old
family-
western town.
It is beautiful.
You know, it's
and the
got-
family's still there, and
Yeah,
like
that's awesome.
that's where we need
awesome.
to go. You know, we can have some space here. Well, here you can't
Well-
afford an apartment here. Maybe you live here. Maybe you know. You can't go 2 feet without hitting your neighbor's house. Right?
Well, I'm going to tell on my neighbors, Essie and David. One of us will be in the kitchen and sneeze, and the other one will go, "Bless you," from across the landline. I mean, we're the property line. We're all of about 6 feet away from each other, so it happens all the time. But anyway,
Maybe this would be living on boats, because I have space out there. But I tell you, to
Yeah.
get to my boat right now, I got to go on a tiny little skiff,
yeah,
and it goes about 2 miles out of town.
yeah,
And and you don't want to dude.
it's a tough life.
The biggest worry is the weather, or that motor won't start.
And you have to worry about everything.
I have to worry about everything. I have a kid
Everything.
on the way, so it's like I'm worrying about a lot.
You have
So
to
it's
worry
like the
about
last
everything.
time I'm drinking in town. This is it for me,
Right.
man.
know-
Sheridan, Wyoming sounds great, right?
Yeah.
We live on a ranch, man. You know what? If the truck doesn't start, we
Listen.
got the Jeep, or we got the side by side. We got your bike.
If you were to ask, if you ask anyone on my staff, would they go back to Wyoming? Every one of them would give you a hell yes.
I
in a
believe they
heartbeat.
would. I believe they would.
Oh my God, what a fantastic time! Great,
Yeah.
great time.
Good,
Oh my
good.
God, there's boobs. Oh my. Hi, ladies.
Hello.
Kidnapping your wife tomorrow.
If you're telling me about it, you're really not kidnapping her, are you?
Yes.
Well, okay. Is there a ransom involved?
Can I watch?
Anyway,
We love you.
I'm not
I
done.
love you too. Anyway,
But I love you too.
I love you. I love you more.
wanna join me?
Well,
Kentucky Carry Green Turtle Charters. I'm in Oregon.
Well, Tim,
First
you know,
favorite.
there's
sorry.
always at some point in the show where I lose complete control and I have no idea what's going on. But anyway, I think we've come to that point.
I'm done.
I'm
I'm
gonna say thank you, George, for sitting in
Yeah.
and talking to me. I know I got some of
Thank you
the.
for having me. I really
I-
appreciate coming out here.
I appreciate your time.
I kind of bumped my way in. I didn't know what you're doing. I just thought it would be fun to come
Yeah,
talk to you.
well, I appreciate
You know,
that.
sometimes I like
And
to vent, and this is a
and
good venting session.
now
You know.
that we know each other, we're gonna run into each other again.
Wyoming, yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, so-
Home Ranch Circle, Sheridan, Wyoming.
Right on. So I'd like to just remind everybody, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do. Like and share. Tim, that's all I got tonight. I appreciate everybody watching. Thank you.
Thanks, y'all.
Peace.